Good morning, all. Today, Thursday, July 2nd, 2020, I welcome you to the 9:30 virtual session of the Board of Selectmen and Licensing Commissioners. This is a live broadcast that can be heard on www.northandovercam.org. And let me read this. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12th, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, GLC 30A, Section 18, and the Governor's March 15th, 2020 order imposing strict limitation on the number of people that may gather in one place. This meeting of the North Andover Board of Selectmen will be conducted via remote participation with the greatest extent possible. Specific information and the general guidelines for promoting for remote participation by members of the public and or parties with a right and or requirement to attend this meeting can be found on the town's website at www.northandoverma.gov. For this meeting, members of the public who wish to watch the meeting may do so on their televisions by tuning to Comcast Channel 8 or Verizon Channel 26 or online at www.northandovercam.org. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time via technological means. In the event that we are unable to do so, despite best efforts, we will post on the Town of North Andover website an audio or video recording, transcripts, or other comprehensive record of proceedings as soon as possible after the meeting. So with that, I'd like to call to order the meeting and just do a roll call by last name, if I could.
Laura Bates here.
Richard Valancourt here.
Phil DiColigiero here.
Chris Nobley here.
And Rosemary Smedili here.
And I will turn this meeting over to our licensing chair, Rosemary Smedili. Rosemary?
All set, thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Well, hold on, Mr. Chair. I'll make a motion that we move into licensing.
I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor again, we'll do a roll call vote here.
Laura Bates, aye.
Phil DiColigiero, aye.
Richard Valancourt, aye.
Nobley, aye.
And Rosemary Smedili, aye.
Okay, that's 5 approved. We're in licensing now.
Okay. Again, this is Rosemary Smedili opening the meeting for the Licensing Commission. We have one request today from Deborah Ingalls of Butlers and Bars for a one-day all alcohol license on Saturday, July 18th, 2020 at Smolak Farm for the celebration of life memorial service from 4 to 10 p.m. And so I believe that everything is in order. This is, we are doing this in preparation for the governor releasing new regulations that would allow for this. So we are, if he does change the orders, then this will be able to go on. So I believe everything is in order. Does anybody have any questions or comments?
I did see that they requested a waiver of a police detail. I think that's been pretty standard for these sort of events.
Madam Chair, just to clarify, there's two
Thank you.
requests.
They did request.
No, just to clarify, there are two requests. One
Yes,
for
yes.
celebration of life and one for a wedding.
So we're doing A first and then we'll do B. It is a little confusing because we're doing everything preemptively, but so Lori, so this is just So the Butlers and Bar for the celebration of life, that there should be no problem with that because it'll be a small group, or again, that we're doing this in the event that it rises to the level of more of a crowd that would need the governor's change of order. That's correct?
Yes, both
Or-
of the events will be subject to the governor
The gov-
lifting the order on gatherings.
Okay. So we have the first request. Again, any questions, any concerns? Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Move that the Board of Selectmen approve the request of Deborah Ingalls of Butlers and Bars for a one-day all alcohol license on Saturday, July 18th, 2020 at Smolak's Farm for a celebration of life memorial service from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., permitting the compliance with Governor Baker's order at that time.
Motion made by Select Person Nobley. Do we have a second?
Laura Bates, second.
Seconded by Select Person Laura Bates. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye, and we will do it in alphabetical order.
Laura Bates, aye.
Phil DiColigiero, aye.
Chris Nobley, aye.
And
Richard
Dick
Valencourt, aye.
and Rosemary Smedili, aye. Okay, so the second request is for Deborah Ingalls of Butlers and Bars for a one-day all liquor license on Saturday, July 11th, 2020 at Smolak Farms for a wedding reception from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. And again, will only come into play if the governor changes the orders or relaxing some of the conditions in connection with the COVID virus. So, and I believe everything is in order. I'll entertain a motion.
Second, Phil DiColigiero, I move approval with the application as presented by Deborah Ingalls for the event scheduled at Smolak Farms on Saturday, Saturday, July 11th, 2020, which is a wedding reception that would be going from 4 p.m. until 10 p.m.
Again, with compliance with Governor Baker's order at the time, right?
Yeah. Yes,
Friendly.
right, because if it doesn't comply, it can't happen.
Right.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second, Chris
I'll second
Nobley.
Okay, motion made and seconded. Any further discussion or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye, alphabetical order.
Laura Bates, aye.
Phil DiColigiero, aye.
Chris Nobley, aye.
Richard Valencourt, aye.
And Rosemary Smedili, aye, unanimous. So I believe we've concluded. My laptop screen has gone blank, so if I don't say this correctly, it's because I'm doing it from memory. But I believe this concludes a meeting of the Licensing Commission. I will entertain a motion to close the licensing.
Madam Chair, so moved.
Motion made by Select Person Valencourt. Do I have a second?
Phil DiColigiero, second.
And seconded by Select Person Phil DiColigiero. So all those in favor say aye, alphabetical order.
Laura Bates, aye.
Phil DiColigiero, aye.
Chris Nobley, aye.
Richard Valencourt, aye.
And Rosemary Smedili, aye. That's unanimous. So this concludes our business for today. Thank you all for being available on this short notice, and hopefully for these requests that the governor does make the order and allow these events to take place. So one last question Lori, who will inform them if the governor has changed the order?
We can do that. I mean, we'll specifically put it on the approval and permit that it's subject to that.
Okay, that sounds great. All right, I guess, again, this concludes. Happy 4th to everybody, and thanks for participating so on short notice this meeting. Thank you so much.
Do we need to adjourn the Board of Selectmen's meeting? I mean, we're
I-
technically back into the Board of Selectmen's meeting, right?
Yeah. So I'll entertain a motion to adjourn our meeting.
So moved.
Phil DiColigiero, second.
Okay, and by voice vote, please.
Laura Bates, aye.
Phil DiColigiero, aye.
Chris Nobley, aye.
Rosemary Smedili, aye.
Richard Valencourt, aye.
Happy 4th all. Take
Happy
care.
4th of
Stay
July,
safe.
guys.
Thank
Can
you.
everybody
Yes,
stop by to
there you go.
sign, please? You caught the rest of that email? Yeah,
What's Laurie?
the restriction needs to be signed for the affordable housing on High Street. So if everybody could try to stop by and sign that, it would be great.
Okay, so that everyone needs to sign. I didn't sign that the other day. No, I signed the.
But it was just put in there
So
yesterday.
that has.
Okay, so we
Okay,
all need to
all right.
sign.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
see you later.
Thanks
Yeah,
all.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.